Well, happy holidays. So my car is completely frozen, so I can't see in or out of it. I don't have an ice scraper, so just gonna sit here and make this video while it all thaws out. Wonderful New England. So I'm back in Connecticut. Christmas is Monday. So I'm looking forward to the holiday. Spend some time with family. Everyone gets together in one place. I really like that. So last time I checked in, it was like the end of the week. I was in Oregon. I was doing all that work for Mind Freedom. I was really like feeling overwhelmed. Like, it was just a lot. Like, I was staying with some friends that are also a part of Mind Freedom, and so I was like working with them during the day, and then, I was a guest in their home, and so like as much as I travel all the time and I'm on the road, like, it's a long time to be a guest of somebody's I don't know, maybe I feel like a lot of pressure, so I'm gonna like spend time with them, and I feel like bad because I purposely like try to build in my own space. Like, I went to a bunch of open mics. I was like thrilled. I did like 3 open mics the week that I was out there. Eugene's kind of a nice place to do comedy, even though I had like some controversy happen doing comedy over the summer. Like, there's open mics like in that city almost every night of the week, so it's a cool place to do comedy for that reason. And maybe it's a challenge to me that I need to learn to adapt to audiences that might not either necessarily like what I have to say, or maybe need to hone my message, because I think ultimately my message is positive, and who would object to that? It was a lot. I felt a little bit sick. I felt like while I was out there, like, I wasn't getting like as much maybe rest as I usually do, or on my regular schedule, because I was a guest, and like they fucking, so it was a little off, like maintaining my health. So that was a little off. I met with my doctor this week. I talked to her about like some of like the more emotional things that were going on lately. Like, I mentioned to her like, like I felt like really like got paranoid about doing that live stream a few weeks ago where, I was like, am I going crazy? Like, what am I doing broadcasting over the internet? And am I going to go crazy on the air? Am I going to like this like paranoia? And then also there was some kind of strong feelings this week that arose. I think I mentioned on here that there was a woman in the unschooling community who really, she sent me these messages on Facebook where I felt like really hurtful to me. And so I found out this week that she had actually posted in her group of 8,000 radical unschooling parents and she really skewed the story. And she basically said that I reached out to her and said I pressured her to advertise my website on hers, and then when she declined, I told her to eat shit. Just not true at all. Like, she declined. I wanted to know why, and I did grill her. I wanted to learn more. Like, here's a person that I think would agree with me that doesn't, so I'm like trying to find out, like, really, why doesn't this person like me? What have I done to have I miscommunicated? Have I done something wrong? Like, I was very inquisitive because I wanted to know, like, if I've offended somebody, I want to know why. I want to know, like, what's underneath it. And then, like, towards the end of that conversation online, she suddenly came out and made this remark, suggesting that because I'm a young single man, that I'm sort of predatory for hanging out with and being involved with unschoolers. And I took immense offense to that. So I went from being really curious, inquisitive, and receptive to her criticism to suddenly, I told her, eat shit. Like, fuck you. Like, if you have a problem that, like, because I'm a man, or because I'm single, or because I'm young, that suddenly, like, I can't contribute in some way to helping other young people, like, fuck you. Like, it just, maybe you could say I won't be as good as somebody that is married with children and older. Like, that's fine to say, like, oh, a better person would be someone that has experience with this. But, that's what it is, I got someone's rolling their thing here. Yo! Yeah, I'm waiting for this to thaw. I don't even know if it's going to really work that well in this.
Let it run for. I'd let the freaking run out here for a half hour with the heater and the froster on.
Yeah.
It melted all out.
Yeah, I figured it'll just take like 10 minutes or something. I was just reading something in here.
10 minutes. Look how thick that is.
Yeah.
You don't want the scraper?
Nah, it'll be alright. I mean, I can already see it's cracking and stuff. It'll be fine.
Alright.
Cool. Pretty good in the igloo here.
Huh?
It's an igloo. Nice. Yeah, my old man. That was weird. Like, when I say, "Oh, I'm in here recording a video of myself talking in a diary," I guess it's stupid. You know, it is thawing out pretty quick. Anyways, yeah, like I was like, "Fuck you!" Like you think like I can't. Yeah, I got really upset that she posted that, and of course I found out from a friend who's in the group. So like, it's just like, you know, it'd be one thing if you had a troll making comments that were rude or mean or something. You know, like you hear about that shit. You gotta like I gotta get thick-skinned to that idea of like people being snarky on the internet, especially if I'm like running this YouTube channel and like that kind of thing. But to have somebody really prominent and well-respected in this community say things about me, that would like really hurt my feelings. And so I've thought about like, how am I going to react? What do I want to do back? Like I've thought like, what would the comedian do? Like what's the way to shut down the heckler or whatever? But I don't even know if she's a heckler. You know, like it's like fuck. Thought about, you know, I've been thinking about making a rap song, and like I've been sort of like loosely working on like a bunch of different songs. None of them is, you know, at some point. Like of course, a rap song has to have a diss track. A rap album has to have a diss track. So like, fuck her. You know, in fact, she took my private conversation with her and made it public is one thing. But then to do that and lie. I don't like lies, you know. And it's not like, oh, she was uncomfortable. Like, you know, some people will lie. Like, okay, like I just lied to my old man. He's like, what are you doing in here? I said, I'm like reading something. I'm like, I'm making fucking, you know, a video diary about me going off of medications. Like, okay, like I guess it's not good to lie. I just lied. But in that, like, it's like a small lie, and I'm like kind of lying in like a way to like maybe protect myself or something, or the discomfort of talking about doing this type of thing. Because I don't even really know if I'm going to release these videos. I haven't decided. I'm just like collecting all these videos till I'm off meds, and then maybe I will, maybe I won't. So I don't want to necessarily reveal it. So like I'm, you know, like I just lied. Like that's not cool. You'd hear as a woman who like lied in a way that was like, she lied in a way to harm me and to like put me down, I guess, maybe in a way to inflate herself, but really to put me down. And it was like very out of context for her to do that in this group that isn't really about, it's so, yeah, I don't like lying and I just lied. Like, okay, caught a hypocrite on a video. You know, I guess that happens sometimes. Open, like I try to be open. I ain't perfect. I am definitely not a perfect person. If you've seen these videos, I'm sure you've seen I carry flaws with me, sure. Especially some of the video I just made the other day, or posted like a month or two ago about addiction and things like that. Like, yeah, I'm just kind of like anyone else, figuring things out as I go. Trying to be transparent with it. You know, like I certainly don't have all the answers, but I'm trying to like be transparent as much as I can, like within my comfort zone, you know, because that's all, like I got a certain comfort zone of how comfortable I am doing this stuff. And, it's not perfect, but like I think the silence is what prevents anyone from making progress. So maybe by talking about this shit, it somehow creates, you know, it breaks the silence and maybe kind of creates some progress or something. Anyways, this has gone on long enough. I didn't reduce my medication. I didn't even bring it up with my doctor, actually. She didn't seem too concerned about my concerns about the live stream and like that paranoia, whatever, that came up like a week after reducing my meds. She didn't seem to think it was very much related to the medication drop. I'm going to see her again in 2 weeks before I go to Mexico and Costa Rica. I'd like to reduce the Seroquel further. I'm a little hesitant to do that right before I leave the country, but like I'm going to be gone for two months or so, so it'd be nice to do that. All right, this video's been long enough and kind of rambling.